Okay, please, that's an awesome idea to have the desired conversations that I would want to have with mama. Not to denying them, but putting them in a journal. I love that. Please share more.
Yes. So you can always tell her because you know the kind of relationship you had with her, the things that you share with her, and
Yes.
knowing that sometimes because even sometimes my mom's number is still in my phone. And sometimes
Mm,
I even think about, oh, okay, I can't call her, she's not there, kind of thing.
mm,
And sometimes these things happen because for a moment there's something that is only your mom you'd have shared that with, and you about to then you realize that no, she's not there. And
yeah.
so you can always write that.
Wow,
You
that's
can
powerful.
you can always the things that you know that she like, for example, you know that if you go out with your mom when you go, and this is what you would have guys would have had, you can always have that memory of going out, enjoying something that the both of you would have
Mm,
enjoyed, and said,
yeah.
"This is for you, Mama."
Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
It's keeping her alive.
Yes. Wow.
It's keeping her alive.
Mm,
And you find that even as you go through that process, you will see that smile on your face, that you, instead of just crying all the time, you see that
yeah.
smile on your face. Mama, I know you would have loved this. I know you would have enjoyed this, kind of
Yeah.
thing. And it's the same
Yeah.
thing with Robert. Even now, as you're going through anticipatory grief, there are times that you come in and you want to say something to him. Write it down.
Wow. Wow.
You can
Mm,
and even you say if it's something that has been thought about before, you'd be journaling, and
mhm,
sometimes when you go to visit him, you'd read these things because you remember, you
mm.
say, oh, Robert, this is what happened the other day, and I just wanted to share with you because you did not write it down. You don't even remember when you go to say I'm sharing it with him.
Yes. Wow.
It's
Wow.
not about being in denial that is not is there and is not being able to relate.
Hmm.
It's about moving on with life with an understanding that the fact that he may not be able to communicate the way you want him to
Hmm.
communicate
Hmm.
doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Mm. Wow.
Doesn't mean he's not the person that you always love and care for.
Hmm. Mm. Wow, wow, wow. That even sometimes now when I go visit Robert, he'll he'll just look with that look of a concern. He'll say, "Are you okay? Are you sure?" So he's there, the moments that he's still there. And I love the idea of writing down and journaling and reading to him. There's a journal that I have. He gave it to me when we first got married. We've been married for, it'll be 35 years this year, which is incredible.
Whoa.
35 years.
Wow.
And
Oh,
yes,
wow.
long, long time. And that journal, he asked me not to read it, or he said, don't read it yet. And or something like that is on the outside. And oh no, it says you will know when to read this. That's what's on the outside of it. And I've kind of opened it, I've looked at it a couple of times, but I'm not ready to read it yet.
Okay.
Um, but you know what? That's going to be something I'm looking forward to after he does transition. I love Hey, Dr. Burke,
I was
I'm so
there for
sorry.
quite a bit. Yeah, that's all right.
That's okay. But what would you say to a caregiver who's in denial, who just don't want to deal with the pain and they don't want to face it?
A caregiver that is in denial, and it
Mm-hmm.
depends again, what stage of loss is that?
Mm, mm.
And who is the as the person lost?
So what I'm hearing you say
So
is exactly what you said earlier. It's tailor-made. We, the
Taylor Mel.
griever, they will tell us how they want to grieve.
Yes, and it's not that because at this stage, we say they're in denial and does not want to. It's not that they do not want to come out of that place of
Mm.
denial. It's just
Mm-hmm.
that that's where they are at this point, or on this. It's like
Mm-hmm.
journeying from I don't know how the states like, but
Mm-hmm.
you say journeying from one city to the next.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Or you journey
Mm-hmm.
from home to the facility that Robert is in,
Mm-hmm.
and you get stuck, um, say on a bridge, and you're on that bridge for hours.
Mm.
But for some reason, you need to go to the facility.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing you can do at this point.
Wow.
So until something happens to relieve you, or to allow you access to get to the next level or next stage, you be stuck there.
My Lord. That's good, Dr. Barbara.
So this person is at that place that um maybe they need to see somebody professional, or it depends on what's happening within that person, that
Mm.
why they are where they are.
Yes. Wow.
So
Wow.
it's not something that we can say, how does that person get out of there? Because
Mhm.
we'd have to have a conversation to know why they're where they are.
Okay. That's wisdom. That's absolutely wisdom. Along with that, would you also say that we have to take care of ourselves? Our bodies are the temple of Holy Spirit. So in the process, while we are stuck on the bridge, using the same metaphor, we have water. We have to eat something that's nourishing. We have to rest, take time to rest, so that we can even become clear on the next step.
Self-care is very, very vital in
Mm,
the process of grief. And that
mm,
can be denied, that can be neglected, big time, because the griever is in a place where um, guilt, um, depression,
mm,
able to think rationally, so much is happening. And guilt is can be paralyzing. Whereas, for example, say even now at this stage, I remember last week you said, after you heard about your friends passing, you just went
yeah.
and just to yourself. And you were even wanted to
Mhm.
think that I shouldn't have ate burger, but I was saying to you, if you feel like eating burger, if you feel like
Eat a
having ice,
burger.
have ice cream without feeling guilty.
Yes.
So it's the same thing where you may want to go out and say, treat myself to a spa. But then somebody will
Mm,
say, how could you do that when you just lost your husband? Or how could you do that, for
mm,
example? You see what I'm saying? When you just lost your
mhm,
mom.
mhm, mhm,
Um, so at this stage is self-care. Going
mm,
there, getting the massage, getting the facial done, getting all that done helps. It's like I always think about when I was in the hospital setting, um, working as a nurse, and patient comes in, and their patient that comes in, and they say I was on a cardiac unit. So
Mhm.
patient will come in and their other nurses would think that they don't want to participate in their care and all that. I try to enable them as much as possible. But at the same time, I would say if it's somebody who I'd enjoy curling their hair in the morning, putting
Mm.
on their makeup and all that kind of thing, I would ask the family member to bring in the stuff and I would make them up.
Mm. Wow.
And I would
Wow.
help them to do the hair. And also, instead of putting on a hospital gown, I would put on a house dress.
Mm.
Because
Mm.
I believe that that help enhances the person's feeling, enhances their well-being.
Yes, ma'am.
Stripping
Wow.
that bed, getting that bed stripped, to have clean linen on the bed, I think promotes the well-being also. So it's the same thing. You go out, you don't feel guilty to treat yourself. Don't feel guilty if you want to go out for dinner. Don't feel guilty. And it may not be there to go with you. And you may feel that going by yourself too at that point. After doing that, you may feel in yourself you want to go out to eat, but going by yourself to have dinner at a restaurant, you may feel even worse because he's not there eating with you. It's not the guilt.
Mm.
It's just that you feel so sad not having him.
My
So that
Lord.
you know that, okay, I won't do this next time. Maybe I'll take a friend with me. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Or I will have the food in. But having the support, having
Yes.
people to understand, having people to just witness is very important.
Mm.
Not telling you how to grieve, not telling you what to do, and have people to respect when you say no, even if they invite you out. And you said
Mm.
no, to respect that, okay, you may not be ready yet.
Mm.
But would you like me to come over then instead and sit with you because you're not ready to go out? So it's having the people, the
Yeah.
support that will appreciate you for where you are and respect you for where you are,
Wow.
the journey of grief.
Wow. This has been phenomenal. I'm thinking of the scripture that says also, he heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. That's our God. And for us to have his heart, listening to treating other people like we would want to be treated, making sure that we are, if we are the friends of the one that's grieving, let them grieve, let them process the way that they're processing, because they're going to be okay. Their creator, the creator of creation, is going to take care of them and they're going to be okay. And as a person that's grieving, we have to allow ourselves through the process. This has been so enlightening. You have really opened up my eyes to a lot of things. And Dr. Barbara, I appreciate you more than you know. Um,
Thank
I'm
you.
going to go ahead and we're going to end this time together. Is there anything, how would people reach you if they would like to get your counseling services or whatever you have to offer?
So my website is www.bnjholistic, holistic wellness, holistic counseling, holistic counseling and wellness center, Inc. And my
Awesome.
phone number is 647 227 5583.
And you are actually in Canada, is that
I
correct?
am in Canada,
Which,
but virtual, just like we're doing,
absolutely,
distance, and also as we collaborate and work together, there is more and more that we can do. Um,
absolutely.
definitely. But one more thing I want to say is that um, you have lost your mom and you are experience that area of grief. I have lost my mom and I have
Mm.
experienced that area of grief.
Yeah.
However, my loss is not the same as your loss.
Mm.
So now I see somebody that is grieving the loss of their mom, and I decide to project on them my way of grieving, losing
Wow,
my mom, expecting them to use that as a template for their grief. No,
Lord, it's
no,
powerful. That is powerful. Yes. Uh-huh. My
no.
Lord.
So that's something I want to say. And we have to be mindful of it. So we can have group sessions and we can have individual sessions. So if there's any time that you desire, say, okay, you have a group that you want us to do a session with, we can do that.
Absolutely. It,
And
it,
then we can take it from they want to do one-on-one.
yes. Wow. We're definitely going to explore that, and it will come a time where we're going to do that. Thank you for this time of a casual conversation of wisdom and encouragement with Living Encouraged with Linda Michelle. Dr. Barber, you are truly an earthly angel. Thank you. And until next time, God bless and be encouraged.
Yes.